What up, my foxy peoples? I'm Sam.
And I'm Brian.
And this is You and Me. And the beat drops now.
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
Really? You ruined it by that.
You can take that off of there.
Okay, well, I'm going to. Hey guys,
Welcome back.
to our channel, You and Me. I mean podcast.
Our channel.
I'm so used to doing that for YouTube. And today's special guest is Chris.
Okay, guys.
I thought that was gonna last forever. I was like, man, that lasted a long time.
I was just impressed you got the right button.
I know, it took me forever to find it. I was like, clap your hands, clap your hands.
Yeah, that's what all the audience was doing.
All the audience in this little machine.
Mhm.
Alright, guys, so for today's episode, we are gonna talk about Chris and Brian's favorite things. Cars!
Yeah.
It's a boy topic.
It's okay.
You don't like cars either?
No, I do. But I'm just saying.
Only certain types of cars.
Yeah. Give me a Jeep and I got it.
Jeep Gladiator?
Gladiator's
Okay,
bad
no.
at the bone. I like that.
Okay, so that ruins my next question. What do you think? If you could buy a vehicle and it was given to you free, what would that vehicle be? Any vehicle.
Any vehicle?
Any vehicle.
Ooh, I would definitely have to say an R34 Skyline.
I don't know what that is. But...
R34 Skyline, very expensive car. Illegal, too.
Oh,
So,
okay.
that's
So,
cool.
Of course, that's
Very
definitely what
illegal.
Chris needs.
Very illegal.
Brian.
I don't know. There's so many exotic cars and stuff, but I still go back to the Gladiator. I think that thing's so cool.
Yeah.
And when we say cars, too, that also means trucks. Any vehicle, moving vehicle. So the
Well-
Gladiator for you?
What would be yours?
Mine? Ooh. It would either be a white blacked out 4Runner or a white blacked out 4-door Wrangler. Moab.
That'd be cool.
Edition.
Yeah.
She said.
I thought
Moab.
these answers are really a lot of time because that's either gonna be my next vehicle, one of the two. I haven't decided.
I thought you was kind of wanting one of those Teslas too.
Oh yeah, well, in my dreams. Like, well, then again, yeah, if it was given to me, a Tesla. But I think about like the space, the how far you can, like, what all can you do with the vehicle?
Like
Yeah.
the space, the luxury,
So,
the room it's going to have.
all right, what do you not like about working on cars, Brian?
I hate when stuff is designed where you can't hardly even get to it. It's such a pain in the butt.
You mean like new vehicles?
Yeah, where they just like they cram everything in there and then they make everything so tight to get into it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You end up with getting a lot of like scratches and stuff. Chris, what about you?
Working on cars is like the worst because like especially like how Brian was saying that like if there's parts that you can't get to and you have to like take off like major pieces that you don't even need to take off to get to that one part is what is like the biggest thing I have problems with.
Yeah.
For like most people because I've seen most people and they're like, well, you have to get to the wheel bearing just to take the wheel off and everything. I'm like, well, that seems simple, but if I have to change the oil filter, they're like, you have to take off this part just
Let
to
it
get
go,
to it.
let
I'm
it
like, why?
I love you, Chris. All right, Brian, if your top color of a vehicle, what would that be?
Ooh. Well, for the Gladiator, I like black. Black. But orange is also a favorite color of mine. Like an orange Wrangler would be kind of cool. If it's just like a Wrangler, like
No.
Rubicon or Moab, that'd be so cool.
It would be, but then again, it wouldn't.
Whatever.
Chris, what about you? Favorite color for a vehicle?
A light blue.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that because I never see you wear anything light blue. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think you like light blue.
Yeah, like if you look at most of like vehicles like I look on like Facebook and stuff,
Oh,
I
okay,
see a
yeah.
lot of them all like either blue, light blue, dark blue,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like a dark like matte blue.
See, I thought you'd be like silver because your last vehicle was silver.
No,
So
I mean only like
I would pick that too.
certain
I
cars.
like dark color.
only
color
certain
stuff.
cars in silver
Yeah.
they look good, but if you have like maybe say like a I don't know, something luxury as in like a Lambo and it's like silver, I'm like can't really see that as it being silver. I can see it being more of like a yellow or like a greenish color.
Yeah.
But more if you see a Lambo that's kind of like silver, I'm like, I don't like that. That's not something I can see somebody rolling around in.
I saw this advertisement the other day about where you can drive like I think it's Lamborghinis and like Ferraris and stuff for like so many bucks an hour, like with a person though, like you can't drive. And it's,
Right.
and it's
Well,
on,
yeah.
and it's on a and it's on a track and everything, but you can, you know.
Was it on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
there's actually a thing on there that you can spend so much time of driving like Lambos and Ferraris or whatever around this track. Like you can have, it's like so many hours or whatever, and you have like a trained driver with you.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And you literally just...
I thought it started at $50 an hour, but I could be wrong. I could have swore
it
I saw
might.
$49.99 is what I thought I saw.
But like you don't like there's no speed limit. You just open it up and just
Yeah.
go. So like if you're paddle shifting, you just open it up and just go.
But I thought, man, I'm like, man, that would be cool. I would totally do that.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun.
But me,
yeah.
I'd be like, ooh, 70 miles per hour. Ooh.
Like a solid 70.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be too scared to go any faster than like 75 or 80.
Yeah, you see one car
Brian's
just like past you.
wants
and
to
you're like,
max it out.
Scared.
Would you do that, Brian?
Yeah, why not?
Right? Well, that'd be pretty cool.
It would be pretty fun.
I thought about doing that later in the year, maybe.
I mean,
That'd be
like
a lot
on a
of fun.
straightaway, especially if it's like a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Yes, I'm gonna
Yeah.
open it up. I'm gonna see exactly
Open
all.
it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the engine. I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna let it just go. I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna do a complete like 70, like 75. I'm gonna do like
Sound effects.
110, and then maybe drop it down and just be like,
120.
yeah, I'm gonna like go. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, that's great.
But no, that'd be really fun though. Just to get like a sports car or something and just open it up and just drive down a straightaway.
Yeah.
Especially on a track because it's more closed and you don't have people just, hey, we're going too fast. No, I'm
Or
opening up.
pedestrians. You don't have those at all, pedestrians.
Pedestrians.
That'd be funny that they set up a track where you actually have to dodge stuff.
Oh, I would hate that.
Yeah.
I would hate that. I'd be like, you know what?
Chris would, yeah, exactly. Chris would crash into like everything possible.
I would go for it. I'd be like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going through them. One
You're going
cone.
through 'em.
Stuck underneath the front bumper.
It just
That's all you'd hear too is the cone just. I'd be like, am I stuck on something? What's under me? And all of a sudden, they're like one of the test drivers. He'd be like, you have a cone under you. I'm like, a cone?
Like you're gonna hear them yelling. At
Oh, I would
you.
hear something.
All right, Brian. What's your favorite interior, like color?
Interior color?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I kind of like dark colors because they don't show grease and dirt as much.
Yeah.
But I kind of like light colors too sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it just makes it a little bit brighter inside there sometimes. So-
Yeah.
See, I like all black.
Gotta
Or
go
gray,
murdered-
like or
gotta
black
go
and
murdered out.
black and gray.
Yeah.
It's gotta match though. That's the one thing I don't. That is the one thing I do not like about the Gladiator and all newer Wranglers, is that the inside panels are all red.
On the dash, yeah.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
dash. I hate that. And granted, you can buy extra stuff to change that out, but it's like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, because you have to take all them like all of it apart and replace it with a new.
Yeah, so you gotta buy something extra just to get.
Well, yeah.
Especially because the Gladiator is already like $60,000.
I know the Gladiator is expensive.
Yeah, might as
But-
well buy our. We could buy our house and more.
Yeah.
I could
True.
buy our house and then a crappy couple cars. I think, yeah. No, we would have 10,000 left over.
Uh-huh. You'd have a
Dang.
decent car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck to the yeah. Why don't we just do that?
Buy another house.
No, buy a car. Not buy another one.
Oh, just go ahead. And
I'm gonna
just
buy the
spend-
house right next door to mine. can
That'd
just
be
say
cool.
I have two
no
of 'em.
neighbors. No.
Yeah.
If I get bored of this one, I'll just go next door.
Like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of this one. Boop. Go next door.
Yeah, that'd be great. Then you gotta furnish it though. That would suck.
And
No, that's when I
maintain
would
it.
just take all the furniture from this one and just
So
Over
every
there.
time you go next door, you're gonna take your couches and everything.
Oh yeah. That'd be the thing. Everybody just
Chris's logic is great.
everybody would look outside and be like, "Look at them! They're constantly moving their couch back and forth." I'd be like, "Well, did you want me to spend more money or did you want me to sit here and relax?"
Oh man.
I would keep doing that, but I would get tired of doing it.
After one time.
I'm tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
Whose idea was this?
Like, oh yeah, that was my dumb idea. Keep moving this couch all the time.
What else you got to say about cars, Brian? Because I don't know much about them.
Well, what would be your favorite classic car?
I don't know. I kind of like the one you like, the 69 Charger.
Ooh.
Not a convertible, though.
No, the 69 Charger, yeah.
Isn't a
Hardtop is
That's,
awesome,
that
yeah.
one comes
Yeah.
straight hardtop.
Yep.
Exactly. See,
Unless
I don't
you
like. I'm not a big fan of convertible. I just don't like how they look, and I'm not really one for wind in my hair. I don't have the. Oh, I want to have the wind in my hair. No,
Certain
I don't like
cars
that.
look better as a convertible. Like the new
Yeah.
Camaro, I think looks better as a convertible.
No.
And there's one Challenger that I saw that somebody converted into a convertible, and that thing was super cool.
Was that like like how did they do that? Is it just extra money just to have?
no,
one like
you
that?
have to
It was probably fabricated and
yeah, because you have to cut the roof and then decide to
Dang.
Where you
build
wanna-
it all and everything.
yeah.
And
And
then
do
they
it,
just
yeah.
built a top.
It was all
that rolls
custom,
up?
yeah. That thing was cool.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's the only thing that like sucks sometimes whenever you see like somebody do something to a really nice car is they chop it up and then decide to make a convertible top out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you kind of ruin the car.
See,
A little bit, but the Challenger was beautiful that way. It was awesome.
I wish you would say I was beautiful.
I do.
No, you don't.
Uh-huh.
When?
All the time.
In your head, maybe.
Whatever.
Well, you don't say it out loud
Uh-huh.
unless I ask.
I do too.
Whatever. No,
Uh-huh.
you do not.
Yeah, Chris is just staring.
I'm over here like, I don't know if I should jump into this.
Does Maddie tell you that all the time?
Yeah, she told me that this morning. I'm like, no, I'm ugly.
Wait.
She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am.
Wait, she told you you're ugly?
She always does. She's like, well, she don't tell me that she's ugly, but then I tell
that
myself,
she's ugly. Okay.
I tell myself that I'm ugly, and she's like, no, you're handsome. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, if I can't down myself, you can't down yourself. I'm like,
After she downs herself.
I'm like, okay, fine. So yeah, that's how mostly I wake up in the morning. You're
Relationship problem.
Yeah, she wakes up. She's like, "You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful or handsome." I'm like, "No, I'm gross looking. I'm ugly." You're handsome. I'm like, "No, I'm not at all." She's like, "Well, if I can't down myself, you can't do it to yourself either." I'm like, "Okay, fine. We'll just go with the situation and leave it there."
The situation.
I'm gonna change this topic from cars just to anything, everything. 'Cause now Chris is all thinking about it. What for you and Maddie? Wouldn't like? What do you see your marriage being?
Crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, that was quick.
Crazy.
How many kids do you think you'll have?
We want 2.
I thought she said 5.
Well,
5?
that's her. I'm gonna be putting out 2.
Chris is putting out 2.
I'm only gonna give you 2. I'm not giving you 5.
Funny. I don't know why she said 5. She can barely take care of 1, probably.
There's no. I mean, she took. I mean, from her little brother, like, with him having all like, what is it? Autism and everything. Like, she did she did well with him. Like, she didn't have no problem with him.
Yeah, I think Maddie could do it. I don't know about 5 kids, but I know she'd be a
5
good
kids
mom.
would be a lot.
Oh, yeah. And then, like,
And then
especially
you see
if
Chris
they.
like taking care of them.
Oh, I'd be sitting there. I'd be like,
Neither one of them would ever get any sleep.
true. I would sit there and I'd be like, shh. I'm trying to sit here and relax.
I'm trying to see her. That's funny.
Oh, I would lose my mind with 5. 2 is enough because like you have 2 people. One can watch one can watch the other.
One matches the parents.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. So, what would be your ideal classic car?
Classic car?
Yeah, old time car, whatever
Ooh.
Brian asked.
I would definitely like to have the Ford F100
What's that?
step side.
That'd be pretty nice.
What is that?
Yeah, F100.
Is that a truck?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the F-150?
No, F100.
So it's like an old school
Oh.
F100. Those
Yeah.
things were awesome.
So that was right before the 50? So they went like
Right before the
100
50.
101,
No, they're-
102.
it's a really nice truck. It's just a big body truck basically, because the front end of it, it's not like this. It's more of like a rectangular shape, and then the hood of it kind of like slides in like this and then comes down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You know what else I think a old Ford Bronco.
Which one, like the Bronco 1 or the 2?
I don't know.
Because the Bronco
the
2.
7.
The big one?
I don't. Is
The
that the one I
O.J.
like?
Simpson Bronco?
Is that? I don't know. I don't think I was alive for him. Was I even alive for that dude?
I think so.
What year was that?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I thought it was like 90 something.
Like 97?
I was 3.
Something like that?
Like I'm gonna remember what he drove. I'm not like coming around here with my pacifier. Oh look, OJ. Now the boys are looking up like when it actually happened. I don't know. I just,
Oh, like these styles?
no, the smaller ones.
Oh, that's Bronco 2.
94.
That's when I was born, Brian.
Okay, 94 was when he had the
Brian,
police chase.
Brian forgets because me and Brian have a pretty big age gap. Well, it's not too big. It's 8 years.
So
Brian
like
always
these
forgets
kind of
that I'm-
Broncos?
No.
Do you want
it's
the
like,
do you want the one with the wipers that come down from the top?
I don't know.
Like the cool ones?
I want the ones that kind of look like Jeep Wranglers. Kinda. You know what I'm talking about? Dang it. They look squarish. They got big tires.
We're talking about like an old Land Cruiser?
I thought it was a Ford Bronco. No,
Um,
like the orange, like you see like they're like redone and everything.
Like, which kind of Bronco, though?
Like this.
Oh.
So that's what I was talking about, the one with the wipers that come
Like how
off
am I
the
supposed
top.
to know that the wiper's coming off the top?
Yeah.
Anyways, back into that. So yeah, the Ford Bronco is the one I would want.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, they're pretty nice.
I like the
Yeah.
73 Broncos, too. Those ones are pretty nice. Like, there's a buddy of mine that I know that still has his, but it's, like, really, really rusted out.
Oh yeah.
Because it's basically just been sitting for years and years.
Yeah, there's a
He
lot of
hasn't
old
done
cool
nothing
four-wheel
with it.
drives.
Maddie, what would you like to have? I really like to have a Pontiac Sunfire because I already got one, but I'll still take another one because I love them so much. Just kidding. I feel like that's what Maddie would say.
That's exactly what she would do.
She would say it like that too. It's funny because Maddie, whenever you put her on the podcast, she's like, she'll get right up on the mic, but she's like, hi, I said it today, yeah.
Yeah, like, you can't understand her at all, like-
nervous.
Like, she gets so quiet. Like, it's the same way whenever, like, if I talk to her, she's like, and I'm like,
It's like
what
when
are you
anyone talks
saying?
to her. She like when she makes announcements in church. She's like, "I'm so sad," and Pastor B's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Can you repeat that? I'm graduating. You said it. What? I'm graduating. Like,
Yeah, like, she has to, like, do it
3 times it took her to repeat that I'm graduating. Oh,
Yeah.
funny.
That's exactly how it
Miss
would
you,
be, too.
Maddie. She's at work.
Till 11. Gosh.
Chris is gonna give that her whole schedule. Hopefully she don't get
Tell
kidnapped.
everybody where she works at and everything.
What she wears. What color has she got? You probably seen it. It's like maroon.
Blue shirt.
Oh, okay.
tan pants.
Chris. Oh, great. Maddie, if you get kidnapped, it's Chris's fault. All right, back to cars. What do you think the worst mistake people make for cars?
Modification wise?
Oh, okay, good. That's a
Or
broad
just
question.
caring for them? Or...
Yeah, caring for them.
Okay.
A lot of people skip general maintenance.
Yeah.
Like things that they should take care of on a routine, normal basis. And a lot of that stuff just kind of, you get busy. Sometimes you just don't get around to it as much as you should. So
Yeah,
sometimes I
I
would
can
say
understand
just the
that.
general stuff. You know,
Like
oil
oil
changes.
changes and-
Yeah. You know, basic stuff. Greasing up the front end on them. Things like that that people just kind of overlook.
Tire rotations.
Yep. just the basic maintenance. It seems like the basic stuff seems like what gets people stranded because they just don't keep up on it.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris? Okay, what about now modifications? What do you think the worst thing that people do is?
Oh man.
I can definitely tell you, modification-wise, that the worst thing that people has done to them is I've seen people, like if you have like maybe a sports car or something, I've seen people lower them all the way to the ground, and like if they
Why is that?
like I've seen it like where like
concrete.
the whole like side of the car and whole front and bumper and everything is on the ground, and then they decide to go over a bump and you can't even get over it all the way, and you beach yourself in the middle. And basically when you're beaching is you're just like stuck because you can't get over the bump.
Jeez,
Yeah, that
I
sucks.
don't understand why you want to do that.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
And then also, you got people that stance their wheels whenever they're supposed to be straight like this. They're tucked in like this.
Oh yeah.
And basically what it does is your wheels is how they're supposed to be straight and all the tread's supposed to be fine. Well, the tread will be wore down on one side instead of getting wore down on the back side. So basically you'll see a car that's like all the way to the ground, tucked in, and either missing a bumper or they're just, just driving it around like that. Like I've seen a couple people that actually there's a girl that I work with, but her car is like it's a Volkswagen GTI, and it's not lowered all the way, but it's lowered enough where it still has some clearance and everything. And she's got a little bit of camber, but it's not like constantly like this. It's kind of like an okay camber where you still have like tire tread and everything, and it's not bad like the way she has it. I was like, that's really nice. And her boyfriend or fiance or whatever, he's got a little Mazda Miata that's completely lowered and stanced like that, and I'm like, you basically are just everything that's underneath, like your muffler and everything, catalytic converter and everything is basically on the concrete, and you're just scraping to like nothing.
Like,
yeah, that's all you hear.
You see it sparks. Hey, me and Brian saw that one night. This car was like, I don't know.
Oh.
It was like so low on the back side
Those
of
old
it.
school, well, they're not really super old, but the Crown Vics that had the airbag suspension in
Yeah.
the rear end.
Yep.
And they always end up sagging because it's just a terrible design and they're super expensive to fix. So people just drive them with the rear end sagging. Well, this car was sagging. It was like scraping the ground going down the interstate.
We were in St. Louis and we saw it, and it was like you see the sparks coming off. Like
Every time you hit a bump, it would just
Like,
bump and bounce off the ground just a little bit and send sparks underneath them.
It was crazy.
Yeah, my uncle actually had one of those, but he didn't have a Crown Vic. He had a big Lincoln Town Car, like a big body car, and he had air ride, heated seats, and airbag underneath the seat, so it can, like, if you wanted to raise the seat, you can lower it and raise it.
Oh, okay.
So he had those, but then you also, if you wanted to, you also had like switches and stuff where he can just airbag, like lower it out or whatever. But he didn't lower it like where it's completely slammed to the concrete, but he had it enough, and I mean it was a soft ride, but hearing the airbags just drop, you're like, we might have punctured an airbag because you don't know exactly how it drops because it's really loud. And he had one like that, and basically it was just too much because it was
too much.
Yeah, it was too much because he always like lowered it out and stuff, and I'm like, you're just wasting half the body of the car because you're scraping it most of the time.
If you would you ever drag race?
Why not?
Well, Brian.
Drag race? Well, like on the street or actually at a drag strip?
At a drag strip. You don't want to be like in the street where it's dangerous.
Like you don't want to be street racing, but if you're like at the drag strip, why
Yeah.
not? It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Who would you race if you could? If you could race anybody in the world, who would you race?
What kind of car would I have?
I don't know. You're asking someone who barely knows anything
Well,
about
it
vehicles.
depends. Like,
Chris, what kind of car would he have?
Any car, I would definitely have to say, if, like he said, if he wanted, that if he had an actual car that he wants, I would definitely say I can see having, like, a 69 Charger or Corvette and, like...
okay, so it could be like a classic car race.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'd pick, like, John Force or Joe Amato from the NHRA.
Yeah.
And do, like, a classic car matchup.
That'd be cool.
That'd
you
be kind of
think
fun.
you'd win?
Probably not. Those guys would probably school me on the tree, but it'd still be fun.
Yeah, that tree is pretty well. I mean, that's spot on. Like, you have to be dialed with it because it's quick.
Jeez.
It would still be fun.
Yeah, but
I do
it's
good at
it's
Grand
crazy.
Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Although I'd be talking all kinds of smack if I beat one of them. I'd be like, yeah.
Like, what now, John Force?
I just beat the champ.
Give me. Wait, they don't drink milk, do they?
No.
Who's
That's
that
Indy.
again?
That's tradition when you win the Indy 500.
I'm getting all confused. Wait, which NHR?
Drag racing, Top Fuel, Nitro.
Yeah.
So they're not the same thing.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Yeah, then you got NASCAR. Do they drink milk?
I mean, they drink milk,
I mean, you
or either
can,
they
I
get
guess,
it
if
poured
you
on 'em.
want to, but I don't think it's really a tradition in NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sometimes NASCAR, you get milk poured on you sometimes, like in those big Gatorade jugs. Those big old gallon cooler things.
If you could be a race car driver, would you?
Yeah, it'd be
I
fun.
feel like it's pretty dangerous, though.
It is.
Yeah.
I would have never want to crash. Ugh,
Well,
scary.
that's a part of it, but it would be fun.
Yeah, but I mean, granted, you're like really protected because you got all those seat belts and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
they're-
gotta- it's like
you
a
can't
four- it's
move
like a-
in that thing.
It's like a four something like point harness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with racing, there's always a risk that something could happen.
Yeah.
And even as safe as the cars are, people still die, so it's still a dangerous sport, but it would still be so much fun.
What didn't one of your favorite race car drivers die?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Well, one of them was Dale
I was gonna
Earnhardt.
say
Yeah.
Dale
He was
Earnhardt.
pretty awesome. Dale Earnhardt was awesome.
Yeah,
No,
didn't he died on the.
He was NASCAR
NASCAR. Okay.
and Daytona.
I think he died on on the track. in
Yeah,
the car.
Daytona, yeah. He refused to wear the Hans device when it came out. NASCAR made it where it wasn't mandatory that every driver had to have one, so certain drivers took it, and he didn't. So whenever he got basically hit from the behind, he fishtailed into the wall, and when he fishtailed into the wall, his head went forward, and
Oh
they
my
say it
gosh.
actually snapped his spinal cord. Had he been wearing the Hans device, he would have been alive.
Yeah,
Jeez.
because basically it just disconnected him and.
Yeah,
Dang.
it was just the impact and it forced his head
Was
so
it his
far
son
forward.
racing too? That
Yeah.
Same one? That same race?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
That's insane.
I think one of his team cars actually won that race.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
But they basically dedicated that race to him because he was
Well, yeah. I
like
would-
a famous person on that track almost every time he raced there.
Yeah. Well, then he died.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Man, that's crazy though. See how that's scary though. I don't know. Hey, would you ever skydive? Just a random question. Would you ever do it? Skydive?
I don't know about that
I mean,
one.
I would try it.
If
If
you
you
were by
just-
yourself, if someone was else like a professional was strapped to you, would you?
Oh
do
yeah,
it?
I would do it. If it
I
was
think I would do it too.
if it was a
I would
professional
still be
with
kind
me.
of worried because you're still trusting your life to a piece of fabric, and you hope it comes out. And if it doesn't, you're like, I'm dead.
Try to just.
I thought they had like a backup parachute, don't they?
But what if that
Some.
doesn't work?
What?
Why would I want to try?
And then
Here, let
the
me
thing
try.
that's bad
Let me trust
about
my
it-
life to a sheet.
The thing that's bad about that also,
Well,
though,
then you could take a sheet up there and then hope that works. That'd be your third option.
yeah,
You
but
can wear it
you
like
have to
this.
hold that thing with a death grip for holding a sheet because if you have like this and it just like curls up, your arms are like, so you're just going down. You're not gonna like let go and be like, maybe this can save me. No,
Like-
you're like stuck. So if you can like forcefully move your arms to get them back this way, you might be able to live, but I doubt it because it's a sheet. So
I would like to say that I would do it, but if I was 15,000 feet up in the air, I don't know.
You're standing at the edge and you're looking down. You're like, wow,
Ooh.
that's a long way down.
yeah,
Like,
I'd be like,
I'm just gonna enjoy the plane ride. Man, that's crazy. Well, we've been in a helicopter.
Yeah, that was interesting.
You were scared the whole time. I made Brian do this helicopter. I sat in the front seat because Brian was too scared. But man, it was awesome. It was kind of scary because the helicopter was really shaky.
that's all the altitude and
Yeah, so
everything.
I guess it's normal, but it smoothed out after you like took off like up. But
Yeah.
we went over the Royal Gorge and everything in Colorado. Oh, it was really cool. Though.
Yeah, it had like a Rolls Royce jet motor on it.
Ooh,
It was pretty cool.
It was nice. It was a really cool experience. I
that's
will say
another
that.
car I'd like to have too. Big Rolls Royce.
Oh yeah,
be
the
rolling
Roll-
in style.
Okay, yeah. So if I had a driver,
If I had a driver.
Oh, definitely.
if I had a driver, a Rolls Royce Phantom.
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That would be pretty
those things are
sweet.
so cool. If you haven't seen that, guys, check it out. They got like stars in the ceiling, like these little lights and everything. There's like champagne and like the middle like console thing that pops out with, like 2 glasses. It's got like footrest and
and that middle console is not even connected to anything. It's just right in the back seat, kind of, and it just pops
it's just like
out.
a cooler. It's
and then
so
the
cool.
glasses, like they're 2 like champagne glasses, and they pop out and they're sitting like this.
Yep.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
And then you got, like you said, you basically have a choice of wine.
That's one
sitting.
car I could probably actually sit in the back seat.
Oh yeah.
Cause I can't sit in the back seat of cars because I get like really super nauseous, really really bad. It makes me want to throw up and I get just really dizzy and like ugh.
Yeah.
But that's one car I think I could manage, because I'd be so focused on everything else.
Well, shoot, you really wouldn't have to worry about it because, like you said, if you had a driver, you just tell him like, hey, I need to go to this place, and he'd be like, boop, drive. And that's all you'd have to do. You just have to like sit there
That'd
and
be
let
cool.
Yeah.
It would be cool to ride in the back of the president's limo too.
I never
Now
did
that'd
that.
be cool.
Trump hit us up.
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah, come visit us, man.
Why? What does the presidential limo look like?
It's oh gosh, it's basically a Cadillac. It's made out of a Cadillac, but it's bulletproof. It's completely like decked out like presidential stuff on the inside. There's so much of it that's like top secret they don't show.
Yeah.
But it's like bulletproof. It's got like wheels that even if the tires go flat, you can drive it on the rims without damaging anything.
So basically, run flats.
They call it the tank, and it's so cool.
Man.
It'd be really cool to ride in the president's limo.
I guess. I think it would be cool just to meet the president in general.
You did that.
But you've met.
Oh yeah, I did meet Trump. I forgot.
She's like,
I did do that. I met him. Yeah, I got into his little security circle and everything.
Yeah, in the middle of the Secret Service.
The guy like
only just by squeezing in.
We were at the
Yeah.
Iowa State Fair, and he shows up, and you can tell Trump is there because he flies around the whole thing with his Trump helicopter. It says Trump on it real big, and he makes like 3 circles around the whole thing before he lands. And then as he's like walking through, there's all these like Secret Service guys and people strolling through, and like everybody's trying to get close and get pictures and everything. She disappears, and I'm like, "Where's she at?" I'm looking for her instead of like Trump's over there, but I'm trying to find her.
I knew someone famous was up ahead when I saw the People's War, but I'm like, "Someone's famous. I gotta get a picture. I don't care who it is."
And then when she got done, she come back and she's
I'm
like, I shook his hand.
ran under paparazzi's like arms and everything like that. So I wish I would have got a picture of the paparazzi like behind me, because I'm like, that would have been so cool. Because all you saw was cameras just everywhere,
just flashing and
just
everything,
everywhere. It was like those ginormous like news cameras, and it was insane. And then I got into the circle of the Secret Service, and I have this one picture of the Secret Service. He's got his hand on his gun and everything. Like, it was crazy, but I shook his hand. Not the Secret Service, Trump. I shook his hand.
I know, that was
she
awesome.
like reached in and was like,
Yep, it was great. I was like, yes. That was also the year that I won the butter carving contest.
There you go.
When I carved New York City.
You carved New York City into butter?
No, I made like buildings.
Oh, I was
out
like
of butter.
I was like, you carved like the whole state of New York City
No.
out of butter?
No, I carved like buildings that had like little windows,
Oh
and
my
then I made
gosh.
like an apple in front of it.
Oh
So,
my
like the
gosh.
big apple.
That's when I'd have been like, right on my bread. I would have took a piece of that, like
Right on
one of
my
the buildings,
bread.
and been like,
Oh, that's funny. Anything else you guys gotta say about cars or vehicles? Okay, what not car would you drive?
Not car?
Okay, like that's not a typical vehicle, like a bike, one of those 3-wheelie thingies.
3-wheelie?
The 3 wheels. They
Oh,
look
like
like
the-
Batman vehicles.
Huh.
oh. I would definitely say I would not drive the Tumbler.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
that
I would
one,
totally drive
the
that.
one that Batman drives, I would definitely not wear. I would not drive that at all.
Why?
I wouldn't. I would not. Cause
If it looked just like, I saw one that it was all blacked out like Batman's, and the guy was wearing like the Batman mask and a cape. I was like, that is awesome. I'd
are
be
you talking about
that.
like those little like what is it
The one that Maddie says it's only $20,000.
oh, those Can-Am
Those.
spiders?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that lives all the way up in oh man, I think all the way up in somewhere in Granite City or something that he's
All
got.
the way up in Granite
No, he's
City.
got like there's
I'm
a
thinking
guy.
another state like Washington. or
No, there's a
something.
guy in Granite. There's a guy in Granite City that's up there by the Granite City movie theater, and he
Theater.
drives it up he drives it up that way, and it literally is decked out like Batman
I'm
style.
telling you, it looks awesome.
Like he's got on the hood a Batman symbol, on the side of it he's got a Batman symbol. The hubcaps are like Batman like
Oh, the
hubcap things or whatever, and I'm like, is this guy like an imposter of Batman, or is he just like wanting to be Batman? But it's actually, I mean,
oh god, identity theft.
I mean, actually, for it to be like that, I mean, it looks really good, but I could, like I said, I would not drive the Tumbler at all.
What's on the back of your phone?
Toy Story 4.
That's what I thought it was.
It's Buzz and Woody.
Oh,
That's
right,
cool. That movie's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also want to see Lion King.
Lion King's.
I
gonna
told
be
you
good.
guys this is going to be an everything podcast. We're going
Yeah.
to talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all the time we got.
So we're ending the randomness.
It's just right there.
Until next time.
Until next time for more randomness.
If you guys want to hear us talk about more random stuff next time, leave comments below. I'm not sure where you'll leave them. It's either Facebook or YouTube. One of the two. Leave the comments down below.
Yeah.
And make sure you... And if you have any ideas about what our next topic should be, please also leave those in the comments below as well to have us talk about what you want us to talk about. Please keep listening to our podcast and please keep watching our vlogs. They drop twice a week and our podcast drops once a week. Drops once a week.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Drops once a week. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I question myself all the time.
It's still really fine. Just don't talk to yourself.
Thank you, Chris.
No, that's one thing. Like, you can answer, like, you can question yourself, just don't answer yourself or talk to yourself, because then people look at you and they're like, guy or that person is, like, psycho.
Or
Like,
if somebody's got like one of those Bluetooth things, you don't realize it, and you think
Yeah.
they're having a full blown conversation with themselves. You're like,
Dude.
what is wrong with that person?
Dude,
You're like,
that
oh.
That was one thing. Like, I was out somewhere and I had my AirPods in, and like no one really knew what was going on. They just kept looking at me, and I was like, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I got my headphones in. They're like looking at me like, you're crazy or something. I'm like, no, I
Yeah, that's
had
why
my
they did
Bluetooth
it.
headphones in.
That's funny. Alright, guys. We will see you next week on You and Me. Bye.
Bye.
Later, everyone.
Oh, brother.
Hey, I gotta be different.
That was definitely different.
Uh huh.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Remember, my foxy peoples,
Be blessed.
be humble.
Be kind to one another.
You and Me, over and out. Yow!